Hi, Rundown readers. Mrs. Tortolo here, your librarian, or Mrs. T. I am here to show you how to use one of my favorite apps, the Sora app. And this is an app on your iPad that lets you read ebooks and listen to audiobooks right on your iPad. So the first thing we have to do is to find the app. So I know some of you like to swipe through your screen until you find the app. And this is what we're looking for, this cute little rocket ship guy that says Sora under it. If you're struggling to find it by swiping through, you can also swipe down from the top of your screen and type in S-O-R-A, which is how you spell Sora, and there we see the app. So I'm going to click on the Sora app to open it. There's our cute rocket ship. Now, the first time you open Sora, you are going to have to find your school and log in. And it seems kind of a pain when you do it, but you will only have to do this once. After that, Sora will remember who you are. So you see here on my iPad, it says my school is Osterbosis. If your screen says that, that is what you want, and you can click on it because Rondout is part of Osterbosis. If your screen says something different, see here it says not your school, switch schools. We can click on that. And then you can swipe through these squares. And what you're looking for is something that says Osterbosis in blue and then in black, Rondout. If you still don't see Rondout there, you can come down here where it says my school isn't listed. And you can type in Rondout, which is R-O-N-D-O-U-T. And now you'll see over here we have Osterbosis Rondout Valley Central School District. And underneath it says, this is my school. So this is us. So we are going to click that green button. And now there's a pull down menu. See this black arrow pointing down? You're going to click on that to open the menu. You're going to come all the way down the list until we get here, Rondout Valley Central School District. So we're going to click on that because that is us again. And now this green button says sign in using Rondout Valley Central School District. We do want to do that, so click that green button and then click continue to sign in. And now you will see that Sora is taking you to Google because Sora uses the same login information as Google Classroom. So your first initial last name at rondout.k12.ny.us, that is what you will use to log in to Sora. So right here where you put username, you can see mine is etortolo at rondout.k12.ny.us. If yours is blank, type in your Google Classroom username here, and then we're going to go in. It did not ask me for my password because it remembers it. If it asks you for your password, use whatever password you used for Google Classroom. So maybe that is your student ID number, your lunch number, or maybe you changed it. But most likely it is your lunch number or your student ID number. Okay, so now we are inside Sora, in the Sora app. And these 4 sections at the bottom are going to be how we navigate around the site. We have Me, Shelf, Explore, Home. So you will not have anything borrowed yet. So you are going to want to start here in the Explore section. So I'm going to click Explore. And you can see we're in Explore now because that's turned blue. So at the top of the Explore section, there will always be some featured books. These books are all back to school themed, so you can see the Sideways Stories from Wayside School. If you don't see anything there that you like, just keep scrolling down till you get to this section, Popular Subjects. And here you can browse by humor, mythology, fantasy, mystery, comics, and graphic novels. If you don't see anything there you like, this blue link here, Explore All Subjects, you can click that, and now you will see a whole long list of topics you can explore. We have romance, historical fiction, thrillers, fantasy, horror, over here graphic novels, biography and autobiography. So I know there are a lot of comic and graphic novel fans out there, so I think I might explore this section today, the comics and graphic novels section. So now we can go through here and we can see all of the different graphic novels that are available in Sora. So there was one thing I wanted to show you in particular. If you look here, we have White Bird and then we have White Bird. This is a great graphic novel by R.J. Palacio, who wrote Wonder. So this is one of the Wonder stories. And you will see this is the ebook. And this one is the audiobook. And you can tell it's the audiobook because you can see the white headphones here. And this says listen to sample, and this says read sample. So that's how you can tell the difference between an ebook and an audiobook. So I'm going down and I'm looking to see if there's a book that I might want to borrow. What shall we see here? Over here, there's this graphic novel, The Giver, and I know that I love this novel, and I've been really interested in checking out the graphic novel version of this novel. So you see in blue here, it says borrow. So that means the book is available. So that means I can click the borrow link, and it is going to add it to my Sora account. Now, the great thing about Sora is you do need Wi-Fi to check a book out. But once you have checked the book out, you don't need to be on Wi-Fi to read it. So now this book is in my account. I can take my iPad in the car. I can take it into the yard. I can take it to my grandparents' house. It doesn't matter if wherever I go doesn't have Wi-Fi. I can read the book without Wi-Fi. And you'll see that I can scroll through here and look at the pages of the book. When you see the gray lines like that, that just means it's still downloading. Sometimes it takes a couple of minutes to download. So there you go. Now I have this graphic novel on my iPad. So I swiped up there so I could see this X so I can close out of this book. So there's a couple of other things I want to show you. So we're in the Explore section. If I come down here now to the Shelf section, you will see that The Giver is now in my, right here, you can see I'm in the Loan section. I have The Giver. I also have The Amulet, which I checked out earlier. So these are 2 books I have. You have a limit of 2 books at a time. So let's say you have 2 books checked out and then you see something else you want to read. We could go to this options section here under Amulet. I could click options and I can return the book here. Or if I want to keep it for longer, I can click renew. But I'm going to return this now in case somebody else wants to read that. So I'm going back to the Explore section because there was something else I wanted to show you. Now, you might have noticed that a lot of our really popular graphic novels, like, let's say, Sisters and Dogman, you can see instead of borrow, it says place hold. So just like in a regular library, when sometimes the book you want someone else is reading it and you have to kind of get in line and wait for your turn, that's what place hold means. So let's say that Dogman Unleashed is the book you want to read next. You can click place hold and it will tell you it's available soon. So that's been added to your queue. Let's say I also wanted to read, let's see if there's another one, maybe this book, New Kid, which maybe you recognize this because it was on my summer reading list last year. So let's say you want to read New Kid by Jerry Craft. We can place a hold on that too. Oh, and that tells me I've reached my holds limit. So we can go back to my shelf and we can see how many holds I have. Okay, so we have 3 books on hold. So if I want to put something else on hold, I can delete one of these. And you'll see Smile I put on hold a few days ago. That's available soon. Dogman is going to be available in about 2 weeks. And then Dogman Unleashed will be available soon. So it's a good idea to always have a few books here in your holds category. And that way, if there's something you really want to read that's not available yet, you can kind of save your place in line, ready to get it. There are so many other things we can do on Sora, but I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information today. So the 2 most important things, find Sora and log on, and then come to the Explore section. And you'll see once you're in Explore, we're in Subjects right now. If we want to go back to the main section of Explore, we can click up here. So log on to the Explore section and see if you can find one of these sections and find a book that you would like to read. Okay, I think that is it for now.